I have one friend. I'm live, but I'll say it. She's very nice, but her face looks like she's always angry. Yeah, are we live? Yeah. So, yeah, started yesterday. Let me bring up the UI. Yeah, so yesterday we were here, right? Yesterday we worked on this. There's been a little update to this, so we'll just go and correct it. And from there, we'll move to designing this, right? So let's do the few updates and we'll go there. Right. So if you check here, yesterday there were two buttons. There were a button here that says pay now. Then there's another button down here that says okay, so we and so now this is the design. If we move up here, so if we move up here, yeah. So if we go to payouts, instead of payouts, we can see we have this pay now button, right? We have this pay now button. So this is what we have the pay now button. So what we are doing now is to so what we have to do according to the UI, this payout button is not supposed to be here. We're supposed to take this pay now button off and then make use of the next button because there's going to be an additional screen that would show some details of the receiver and all those things, the receiving accounts and those things before we move to paying the person, right? So that is what we are going to do. We'll take this button off and then we'll make all this selectable or clickable, right? So when you click it, it becomes highlighted and then you move on. So that's what we are going to do before we'll move to the invitation screen. All right, cool. Okay, so let's go here, features, box dashboard. We have views. We have views. We have the views. So from this view, we're just going to go to the, I think the payout view, right? Yeah. So from the payout view, let me do something. Alright, so, uh, where's the dorm area? Yeah. Alright. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now what we are doing here, it's locating this particular section, and then we take all this page now. After taking all the page now, we'll now make this selectable, right? So that's what we are gonna do. Okay, so we move to our box. We move to so bill receiving today, right? We are just gonna have only we are gonna take the button off, which is the pay now button. So receiving today is this, all right? So okay, yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. I think just is the pay now button. So we will take it off, right? Yeah. So we the pay now. We take the pay now button off, alright? And then from there we just focus on uh, making those options selectable here. So the hot reload is going on. When it's done, then we have the items here. I just want to go so that at least you go access so and the calendar because get your man too. Just use the calendar you have. Just use the calendar. Use the calendar requires switch for like because some are graded. Alright, so I'm waiting for the hot reload. When the hot reload is done, then we can now move to uh, making those things selectable, right? Okay. So you can also do two and find the pins in the code. So you can use it for the calculation. So yeah. So this is what the UI has. When you check the UI, this is what the UI says we should have. Yeah. So from there, we just have to make this option selectable, and then that's all. All right. Okay. So let's check where we're generating them from. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we'll create an index, right? We'll create an index which is int selected, okay, selected member. It's selected member 0, right? So we have our selected member being 0. Then, yeah, and then when we come here, so box member card. So, Yeah, so it's receiving today. Now we just keep this. If the selected receiver's ID is the same as that of the selected member, then that means that person is receiving today, right? Yeah, so we can come here and we call this the user ID. So when we can just put the user ID. All right. Okay. So now what you want to do is to make this clickable. All right. Yeah. All we want to do. Your money, I don't feel I don't play this clever. Yeah. Your money, do you see? Remember the guy that after like they laugh am for your money. Shape, money. Why are you doing that? Okay. So we can wrap. Have you seen a clip of him talking about in our making him sense down? We can do this right now. He says they can put it in the fifth moves, the eighth, the I swear God, this next day. Like I'm watching him, he's in here acting the things and I go, this guy. Oh, okay, there are new options. Okay, so we can convert this to inkwell. He's gay, he said, well, I don't know why you did. To answer that question. Okay, I'm watching him here. So we can make this an inkwell. Is it? Yeah, I was. The way I like that. So that one don't play the. Sorry, let me just. Alright, so we have this. All we can do is to add the on-tap function. Alright, so on-tap function. So on tap, the to do here is to make this. Alright, make this selected. So this should be selected, right? So let me see. We just have to make a set state. So let's just set the state. So set state. Alright. So on tap, we set the states and then we make selected. Sorry. Selected receiver should be the member ID, right? So when we tap this, the selected receiver becomes the member ID and is receiving the widgets through the widgets will rebuild. And then this now is receiving will now become the selected receiver, which is this, and then this on here. Yeah. So let's refresh. So let's refresh and see what we got. No sound detected. How can't you detect sound? So let's see. Okay. Alright. So now you can see, right? When we select, it works. So now we're not gonna have this pay now. We just have all the members of the box, and then you can just select a member that you want to pay on this day. Yeah. So I think we've accomplished this little thing we have to do today concerning the payout screen. All right. I think we've done so. We can now go back and focus on what we are supposed to do today, which is the invite member, right? Yes, so we can focus on the invite member. That's what we're doing. All right. So let's the invite member is gonna have the same bar, the same bar. We're gonna have this, which I'll download later. Invite member, invite friends or family to join your group and sit together. Okay, enter invite. We take the number of the person we are inviting and then we send the invitation to the Alright, so that's what we're gonna do next. Yeah, so let's get to so let's go back and back. Yeah, so um invite member currently. Let's see what we have as invite member. So box dashboard does not lead to anywhere. Alright. So this invite member, we are gonna uncomment this and then we just invite box member view, right? Yeah. So now we should be able to navigate to this screen. Okay. So what we need on this screen is just gonna be the app bar from here. Yeah. So we're gonna return a scaffold and that scaffold have an app bar, which is this. Let's import the box. Let's import the box labels. What do we have on the UI? We have invite member. All right. So we just hold this invite member. This one says invite members. So we just let's create a new string. Let's create a new category for our strings. So this is invite related. So invite member related strings, right? So invite member related strings. And then down there, let me just take this. All right. I don't want to rewrite a lot of things to invite member. All right. Okay. All right. So that's that. Okay. So let's rerun our app and see if changes will reflect. Mm, Are we done? Is it done? Okay, so let's try invite members. Yeah, okay, it's looking good. Yeah, so we have invite member. Okay, now when we go back to the UI, we're gonna have this. So the whole screen is gonna be a column. We're gonna keep our padding the 16, and then I wish it could be a little more smaller, but it seems too big. It's too big to me. I feel like it's too big. So I'll reduce the size and then explain it or have a conversation with the UI dev later. All right, so we are gonna work on this. We are gonna work on this right now. So let's check this out. Is emulator functioning? Okay. So we're gonna have the body. It should be be a padding. Padding. So we're gonna have that. And so for all. And then 16.0. And we're gonna have the body for the padding. We're gonna have the child. And the child is a single child stroke here, right? Yeah. And then when we go for the child, this is gonna be column, and column is gonna have children. All right. So with this, we're gonna have a few updates. Yeah. All right. The app is not responding, and I'll have to rerun everything. The app on the emulator is not responding. Yeah? So I'll just close it. I'll just close it and then rerun it. All right. So let's rerun. It's gonna take a little bit time, so just have to wait. So let's rerun and give it a little time to yeah. Okay. So for now we can just be going through the UI close. For now we can just be going through the UI, see what we've done so far. and then what we are here to do, yeah? Okay. So on the UI, we're gonna need this image. So let's export this image. Hmm. I thought it was a PNG. It looks more like an actual image. Okay. I thought the image was a PNG. Let's see. Oh, you're still here. This emulator. Okay. Alright. The UI. Yeah, so we are almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. I think this right here, you also have to touch this. You also have to touch this. Yeah, so let me go check it out. The emulator is crazy stuck. Charlie. It's stuck. The emulator is stuck. I think I would have to reload it. I think I would have to restart the whole emulator, which is crazy. So, both TikTok and YouTube, they see. Yeah. So I think we'll have to restart the emulator. Yeah, I think we would have to restart the emulator because it's not responding. I just feel like the PC is doing a lot. Yeah. So on the members view, I think there's something that caught my attention yesterday that would have to work on, right? So there's something that caught my attention. We would have to work on the users, the users, yeah, this from the UI is 11 and I was using 16, so it was so big on the app. It was so big on the app, and I was like, wow. So I contacted the UI dev, and then I realized it wasn't supposed to be so big. Yes, it was my mistake talking about this. Yeah, okay. So I think I would have to stop the emulator, right? Also stop the run, the build. When the emulator successfully shuts down, we just cold reboot it. It's gonna take about 5 6 minutes to successfully cold reboot. So when it's done, then we can now go back into building our stuff, right? Okay, so cold reboot. Starting the AD, the AVD, is that Android virtual device. Yeah, connecting to the emulator. Yeah. Mm. Connecting to the emulator. Let's connect. And then what else? Okay, here connecting to the emulator. Yeah. It's taking a little time. That's understandable because Android Studio is huge, as we all know, and it also uses a lot of resources. So yeah. Wow. Why does it look like it's okay? It's still booting, but it's showing no sign of being alive. No sign of life or something like that. So let's check. Oh, it's still here. Really? Yeah. So as we can see, the AVD is loading. It is done. Then we just move into our developments. Yeah. All right. Our AVD is loading. When it's back, we'll confirm if the size of this has reduced, and then we will also move directly to building this invite member screen. Afterwards, yeah, then I think from then we're done with the UI, but there's one more thing to build, which is the nav items. All right, we have the nav items to build. So when we're done with this, uh, yeah, so let's check the AVD. Okay, it's still getting ready. When it's done, we'll just move straight to clearing this. Just do this, pa, 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 then that's all. Then we move into developing the side nav items, right? The nav items. We'll do that, and then from there, we'll wait for the other screens. But whilst waiting for the other screens, I will go work on the back end. All right. Yeah. So while I was waiting for the other screens, I'll just go work on the back end, and then from there we can integrate the back end. Those that don't know how to integrate back end with Android Studio, or am I saying Android Studio Flutter, right? So we'll also get a chance to learn that. So yeah, this one I think we just this is done. Just I think we've already downloaded that. Yeah, we've downloaded it. Let's rename it. Let me what name am I gonna give this? Okay, invite member, invite member icon. All right. So we're gonna have this in our assets, icons, we have dashboard, homepage, user. So I like to separate everything. All right, when it comes to my work, I like to put everything where it belongs. So if I'm working on invite members, make sure that all the icons that are supposed to be used on the invite member screen are being put in a folder of the same structure, right? Or of the same name. That later, when you come back to correct some few stuff, it will be very easy for you to locate those things. All right. So let me pick this name. So I would have to reference it in the post spec. All right. Yeah, I would have to reference it here. All right. So after referencing it, I think I'll have to do the pub get, right? Yeah. So we have our emulator active, and when we let's go into the local assets, right? And then we reference that particular icon here. Okay. Mm. All right. So invite. I can just call it. Let me keep the name tab. Invite member icons. Then I'm just gonna take one of this, come down here, post it. So I can call invite member icon. I believe I already have something like this. Okay, I don't. That's great. Thank God. Alright, so I'm gonna copy the path. I'm gonna copy this from the path and put it here. Alright, so we have our assets set up. We have this two set up. So our emulator is running. The next thing to do is to run the app to test it out. All right, it's loading. We just have to give it time. You know what I'm saying?